Hey, what up? So, man, I have to do a spoiler review on this movie, Love Lies Bleeding, because it's weird. It's like the ending of the movie. First of all, I want to let you guys know I thought she was a werewolf.
Now, listen here, you little bitch. I'm gonna ask you some real simple questions, and I want some real simple answers. Now, you pulled into the garage and went into the house at 9:15. So you pulled into the garage and went into the house at 9:15. So you're telling me definitely that you pulled into the garage and went into the house at 8:15. Now you see something? You know you don't fucked up, right?
No! I said no. I said I pulled into the garage at...
You know you don't fucked up, right?
That's what I thought. When I first saw the trailer, I didn't want to guess too much because I hate the way my brain works. When I watch movies, I always start guessing what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to... So in my head, I was like, I think she's a werewolf because it looks like she's on steroids, but I was like, maybe those muscle scenes in the trailer was great. Like, I really, since a long time, haven't broken a trailer down. When I watched this movie, I watched the trailer like 3 or 4 times, was trying, because I love Ed Harris, and the buff chick was really intriguing to me because women that are big, and it's just weird to me. I'm not necessarily attracted to them, but women that are so big and they do like powerlifting and shit like that, it's interesting to me because they kind of give up their femininity in a way. But when it's a chick who still likes men too, it's even more interesting because she's doing like deadlifts and power cleans and shit, but she still wants a guy to be attracted to her. So she's gonna have like traps and like fucking biceps and all that shit, but they're still sexy too in a weird way. I don't know. I've never really been around too many bodybuilding chicks. I've only seen them on TV. I wouldn't mind hanging out with one, lifting some weights with her and shit. I wouldn't want to be with her because they're kind of the abs and stuff isn't really hella like, it doesn't look feminine to me that much. But I got rolls and shit too, so I'm sure some girls don't think a fat dude with rolls is very masculine if they want abs and they want like something. So I guess my arms are alright, I guess. But yeah, so in this movie, it's like the trailer makes you think it's gonna be your typical gangster movie. You think it's gonna be like something you've seen 1,000 times. So yeah, it's not your typical gangster movie though. It's like, in essence, this is the way I saw the movie. There is a gangster chick who is with a bodybuilding chick. Now, these two chicks' worlds are similar and they're completely opposites. They're similar in the sense that they're very one note, but they're opposite in the sense of the chick who is the gangster type chick, her life is all real. Like, it's just, there's no subtlety to it. It's gross. It's what real life is. It is what it is. Her friend that she meets is the opposite in the fact that she, first of all, is a woman who likes men. She's into bodybuilding. So obviously she does steroids because she just takes them like it's nothing. So I believe that the director was trying, I could be wrong, trying to have you have someone who's completely rooted in reality and someone who's completely rooted in delusion. So the buff ass chick she's just delusional. Every time she sees something in her head, it's exaggerated. Her body's exaggerated, the way she looks, she's like not as buff as she thinks. So whenever she's around, she's super, super big and she's very intimidating and she's very strong. But I feel like in real life, she's the opposite. She's just a regular chick who just does hella steroids and she's homeless and she's just been through a lot. So she considers herself that, where no one else in the world does. They just think of her just a big regular chick. Where the other chick, she looks down on herself because she's done like a lot of bad stuff and she's so rooted in reality that her world's real. When she's talking to her friend, the girl that she likes, her teeth are super yellow, and when she's at her house, it's like very like normal, and it's like nothing is exaggerated, nothing's extravagant. When the muscle chick, whenever she has her own time on the screen, it's like everything is almost surreal fantasy to the point where it's like she's just very useful in doing stuff. Where I feel like in reality, she's not useful and she doesn't do anything, but she does say she kills people. We don't know if she's lying or not. She could just be fucking nuts. It's like, I like the way she started off as a regular chick, but then she just was kind of crazy, but you didn't really know her. When the two girls get together, in the beginning, they just start fucking, like, because they're both kind of like the dude. They're kind of both like Butch in a sense, where the buff one is a little more feminine, but they're both like, very like how dudes are. So they just kind of, they don't have like a chill process. They just kind of both go into having sex, living with each other really fast. And this whole movie takes place in a short amount of time. It's like, it's very fast paced, which is kind of like, I thought was kind of a bad thing about the movie. I thought the pacing could have been better. It almost needed those 7 months later, 3 months and all this shit. And it's like, some of the characters, as you watch the movie, you don't really understand who's who. Eventually you understand who's related to who and stuff like that. They could have did that a little bit better. At the same time, I thought they underutilized Ed Harris. Like, he's getting old. And by the trailer, I thought it was going to be a lot more killing. I thought it was going to be a lot more badass gangster shit. And there was. There was some shit. It was more of like a mystery. And then also in a sense of a redemption story. But in a way, nothing was resolved and everything was the same. I feel like when you see the ending, and some people said their ending was different than mine. They were like, they both got hella big and that she actually got big and did something and accomplished it. And I kind of feel like it was the opposite. I feel like when you see her doing her little exercise routine and shit becomes super, super real, she pukes. And that was like kind of like the world coming to a head. I feel like that's kind of like what happens to her when she really has to do shit. Except for killing that dude. Maybe killing is the one thing she is good at because she says she does kill. But now, she doesn't kill like a killer would kill, being smart or caring about cameras or like witnesses or something like that. That's what makes me think that she's all full of shit and that she just kind of just drifts around and just like is a problem for everyone. At one point in time, she calls her mom, and that seems kind of fucked up. But all in all, it was very intriguing to see the world of bodybuilding really fast in one person's eyes when everyone else didn't really give a fuck about it, to where one person did. I felt like that could have been a whole movie on its own. The steroid use was kind of like an afterthought. I felt like they were trying to hone in on her being crazy because of the roids. But if that was the case, I thought they should have did a lot more than just muscles getting big. She should have did a lot more like video camera footage of her doing something where we don't hear any sound but we see it, or like maybe a cop having like previous crimes that she did or something like that. I thought that could have been cool. The way the movie ends to me is basically the sister really didn't even do anything to the dad except for just kill the guy to make them try and find the body in there. That would have got her in trouble. So she punked out in the end, killed the little chick that was with her because the muscle chick killed her, and they both just rode together and just left. She went to just go bury her friend out in the woods. I felt like the chick didn't get bigger or do anything. She just basically just lets every other person handle her business. And the chick that's rooted in reality, she just did what she had to do. That's why to her it wasn't a big ass deal. While the other chick was just sleeping and just kind of like a leech. I felt like from the beginning of the movie, they were trying to make her kind of like a man, the buff chick, and the gay chick kind of like how a woman would be, to where they had the chick in the beginning fuck another dude and do something else, and then she fucked someone. There's a lot of fucking hardcore lesbian shit in this movie. If you guys are into that, like if that's what you're trying to watch, there's a bunch of lesbian scenes in here. You know, to each his own. I'm not sure, but I'd rather watch something like that if I'm gonna watch sex like that. But it was cool. I mean, it is an A24 movie, so they're gonna get pretty hardcore. But I thought that her killing the dude, they try and make it seem like she's super strong and everything, but I don't think that. I think that she just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and she's just bigger because he was very small. He might have been the smallest guy in the whole movie. So the director, I felt like could have been like where she's strong like a man, blah, 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 but I felt like she wasn't doing that. She was trying to make her just rooted in delusion and the other girl rooted in reality. Now, I could be completely wrong, and the ending could be that she just got hella big like that, but I don't believe that. I believe she didn't fuck with the dad. She thought she helped her, but she didn't help her in any way. And in the end, the girl was cleaning up the mess again that she made and having to bury the girl, and like that was gonna be her problem. And now they're gonna be on the run because she thought when she killed the guy and sent him into the pit that it was gonna help her dad, but her dad was gonna get away with it. And she just realized, I just basically got myself in trouble. So now she's gonna be on the run with a muscle chick like Thelma and Louise, and nothing was actually resolved. A bunch of people died for no reason, and the dad's gonna get away with it. That's what I thought. Now, someone else could tell me something different in the comments, but I felt like it was just basically one chick who's a failure and another chick who's kind of a failure because she just didn't want it. She could have been like part of this gangster family, but she's like, nah. But she is hardcore because she does kill. Where the other chick is trying to like convince her, I'm this and I'm that, and she's like, bitch, I am that. So, yeah, a movie about a chick who has her life based in reality and it's really ugly and real. And another chick who just like floats around and just fucking shit up and just causing problems, and her shit's so delusional. Whenever you would see her, she'd be super buff, and like there were certain scenes that were so cool, like when she thought she was going to the, like, I don't even know how she like blacked out and these people actually took her to the event for her to work out, and that was crazy. There was scenes of like hella steroid use, but it was just too fast. So I felt like all in all the movie was good. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, which is A24. They come over here like, hey, look at this, wow, and they hit you over there. But go check this movie out. The reason why I did a spoiler review is because I thought that's why I saw the ending. Now you can see the ending completely different. I don't think she really turned big, and I don't think because in the end when they were both running together, it's like she was just in delusion for a minute too, thinking like, hey, maybe we will get away and we will be able to be happy, and maybe my dad will get caught up in shit and you help me. But in reality, it's now we have to go bury this dead body and just keep it moving, and my dad's gonna get away with the shit and nothing's cool, and you put us even more in a hole, and now you kill this little white girl, and just problems and problems and more problems, and now we're gonna be together and we're gonna probably not make it. That's what I got from the ending. But you guys let me know. Like I said, Love Lies Bleeding, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because I actually enjoyed it a lot. I thought it could have been a lot more bloody and a lot more crazy, but that's not what it was supposed to be. The trailer made me make my assumption that that's what it was going to be, and it wasn't that. It was something good, but it was something different. It was something good. So yeah, man, 8 out of 10 on this one. Underutilized Ed Harris. I like both the female actresses. I like to see them in different movies, especially the buff chick. She really did a quit for the movie being what it is. She played a good normal person at first to someone crazy real fast. The turn was too fast, but she made it believable. Usually in a movie, if someone turns that fast, I'll be like, man, fuck this movie. It doesn't make no sense. But since we don't know her and they fucked around really, really fast and lived together, you kind of are in the place of the non-buff chick of like, this is my girl now. But then you're like, well, I don't really know this bitch. We're just having sex and just fucking around and living together. But in reality, they really didn't know each other. Both of them didn't. So, like I said, 8 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching if anybody's watching. Love Lies Bleeding. I'll take you guys out next time. Later.
Relativity. What's with it? It's your drinkability. Sergeant, yeah. You know how we gets down. Triple B. Shotgun and pool. Up in here tonight, we finna do how we do. You know. It's beautiful. Everything is everything. Vodafone, Kirk, Crockett, Hot Mouth. Fly shit sandwiches. Bloody noses, knees and